Good afternoon and welcome to Watson Park for the Sean Minot Memorial Game. Just a little bit late in starting as we've had a little bit of a problem getting the team lineups from AFC Dunstable, but many thanks to some of their management team for providing it. Welcome along to 90 Minutes Live with me, Peter Hill. Another Saturday and more live football in association with East Hearts Radio and Universal Signs. And so say Ware against AFC Dunstable, the final action for Ware and AFC Dunstable before the real stuff starts on Tuesday night away at Southend Manor for Ware in the extra preliminary round of the FA Cup. So things for manager Paul Halsey to look at. A couple of notable absentees. No Liam Ober, Albert Adu, though Albert is here, but not taking a part this afternoon. And also a couple of one notable returnee on the bench that I'll tell you about as we're coming forward down the right with Marcus Milner. Milner trying to go round, puts the ball across, and in the way, in the end, was the number 5 Newman Carney to put it behind for the first corner of the game to be taken on this right-hand side at Watson Park. As I say, we were here last week and it was brilliant sunshine and felt very much like August. Today it's overcast and feels a little like November as Tom Bruno will take the corner kick all the way along the ground. They tried it on numerous occasions, that one, but on that occasion there wasn't anyone at the near post. William Stanker is beaten to the ball and Ware will get themselves a throw in. We'll take you quickly through their line-up. Callum Kitchker's back in goal. George Casey at right back. 2 centre-backs are Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans. Pat Adamson is the left back. Central midfield, Tom Bruno and Lee Rose with Marcus Milner on this right-hand side. William Stanqua on the left-hand side and Andre McCollin just playing behind Fraser John, who wears the number 9 shirt. So that's the lineup that Paul Halsey has gone with as Ware win a second corner. He's taken on this near side of the field by Tom Bruno once again. So Liam Hope's away on a holiday. Albert Adu is not being risked. So Ware have bought Rumans and Lewis Rose and Lee Rose, of course. Know what you can do from corners. It's Lewis Rose who collects it on his chest on the edge of the 18-yard area, and his intended shot rebounds off Kieran Turner over the top of the crossbar. So decent start for Ware. 3 corners in the opening 3 or 4 minutes here. As Tom Bruno will once again, wearing the number 8 shirt, take on this near side. Only one player forward, Andrew Fosu for AFC Dunstable. Everybody else is back. Bruno's corner again goes for the far post. Up goes Lee Rose. Here's Dan Rumans, heads it back across goal, but heads it onto the roof of the net. And AFC Dunstable finally get a chance to clear their lines with the goal kick. Their starting lineup: Dan Green in goal, Sam Newbury-Barr, Dylan Baker, Sam McClellan, Newman Carney, Hassan Sheikh, Tyler Fry, Nick Elliott, Andrew Afusu, Tayshan Griffith and Kieran Turner. They play their football, of course, in Southern League Division 1 South Central. So we'll be playing Welwyn Garden City twice this season. Welwyn Garden City at home today as well. Hope to keep you in touch with what's going on at the Isabel Hospice, where they've got a decent friendly against Canvey Island of Nicky Ironton's team. A few other games going on as well. We'll see if we can catch up with those. Hoddesdon away at Oxley Jets. The Essex Senior League, of course, starts this time next week. Fraser John turns the ball back for Tom Bruno midway inside the AFC Dunstable half. McCollin's playing quite deep here behind Fraser John. He gets bundled to the ground in the end by Kieran Turner, and Ware have themselves a free kick. About 30 yards out, inside right position for those who remember those kind of things. Tom Bruno will once more spot the ball for Paul Halsey's team. It was a pleasure to have a Zoom chat with Paul on 90 Minutes this week. 7:30 on Monday we'll have Ben Hurd, manager of Hertford Town. They've got a game against Ware Sports today, and it's taking place actually just beyond this one on the 3G. As Tom Bruno's free kick is a low one, takes a deflection and goes out for the fourth corner for the home side. Bruno will once again take all these corners from this near side here. We're in the big main stand at Watson Park, perfectly positioned in the back row, almost on the halfway line, just where we like it. Bruno's corner again goes for the back stick. Rumans can't get there, goes over his head, and AFC Dunstable managed to get it clear, but in the end the ball just goes out harmlessly enough for a throw-in. So the visitors at the moment having trouble getting out of their own half. It's been all Ware, who had a strange pre-season really, had that 3-1 win at Arlesey, then lost here perhaps disappointingly against Grays, but it was two teams in two halves, and then the three-team tournament of a couple of 45-minute matches last week, which again was something that more to do with fitness than result, and also against two very good Step 3 teams in Royston Town and Chesham United. And AFC Dunstable have got themselves a free kick inside their area. They've made some interesting signings. 5 new players arrived at Creasy Park. Andrew Fuso, the number 9, is an interesting character. Came from Walton Casuals, but has actually played football in Canada for the Victoria Highlanders. And if that was Victoria, British Columbia, I'm jealous. Absolutely beautiful city. As George Casey heads it forward for Ware. Back on by Lewis Rose. As Hussain brings it down, but Fraser Don does a good job of robbing him. The intended through ball from McCollin is stopped before it reaches its intended target. Lee Rose puts the ball out on this near side for a throw in to the ODs, as they're called, AFC Dunstable. Changed their name to that in 2004, having originally been formed in 1981 as the Old Dunstableians. As Ware and Lee Rose will pounce on the ball, but on the halfway line it's Dunstable back in possession. Lewis Rose sorts that out, but get the ball back and a shot fired in, and Callum Kishka turns it behind for a corner. Dylan Baker was the man who fired the shot in. Not quite sure that was going goal bound, but Callum Kishka didn't want to take any chances. Baker, who made 5 appearances in the Southern League last season. And corner's going to be taken there first of the afternoon on that far side by the number 7 Tyler Fry, former Tottenham Hove player. Fry with the right boot as it's headed out by Tom Bruno. Ware had a bit of problem with corners against Grays, conceded both their goals from set pieces like that, defended that one better. William Stanquer on this near side finds Lewis Rose, who puts it to George Casey. Casey's ball down the line though goes out of play harmlessly enough. It's going to be a throw in, which will be taken by Dylan Baker on this near side. George Casey and Marcus Milner both signed and are Ware players for this season. The substitutes, by the way, Gareth Madden, Dave Kendall, Danny Wickend and Jordan Watson back in the reckoning here at Watson Park, having gone to Welling Garden City last season. Jordan Westcott, Reece Crowther, who was impressive last week in the 3-team tournament, and likewise Finley Titchmarsh, the former Barnet youth player. So certainly covering the right back position with George Casey there and Finley Titchmarsh. And Jordan Watson throwing a little bit of spark and pace up front is Andre McCollin. McCollin midway inside the AFC Dunstable half, tries to play it through to Fraser John but totally overcooked it, and the ball goes out harmlessly for a goal kick to the visitors. They've had a busy schedule of AFC Dunstable of matches. Started off with a 2-1 win against Leverstock Green, won 2-0 at Uxbridge, lost 2-1 against Cambridge City, 3-2 in the derby against Dunstable Town. They came out on top. Lost what must have been disappointingly, you would have thought, 1-0 to Coney Heath, and then their latest outing beat Biggleswade United by 4-1. So it's been a busy time for AFC Dunstable, who start their season on the 19th with an away trip to Biggleswade, and they will be facing Isthmian League South Central opponents in Tooting and Mitcham in the FA Trophy when that comes around on the 26th of September. 0-0 here, just joined us. Welcome along. Sean Minot Memorial match at Watson Park in honour of Sean, who was one of those great people who keeps the wheels turning of non-league football. Taken long before his time and did so much work here at Ware Football Club. And someone I knew for quite a few years, and used to work with him on a Heartbeat FM when he was our Ware reporter, and did an excellent job then as well for somebody who'd never been on radio before he took that up, but took to it very naturally. It's William Stanquer on the far side for Ware. Gets the ball across the box. Milner pulls it down. Fraser John can't get hold of it. Dunstable can't get it clear. And in the end, it bounces off of Andre McCollin and goes behind for a goal kick. So it was Dylan Baker who wasn't sure what was going on there. And Dunstable just got away with one a little bit. Fraser John wearing that number 9 shirt, as I was saying. Liam Hope's not available for the next few games. Got an away friendly at Haybridge this time next Saturday, and then home here against Hendon, which will be an interesting test as the ball bounces on this near side of the field for Tyler Fry to come forward for AFC Dunstable. Fry trying to go outside George Casey, but Casey shows good strength and in the end wins his side a throw in on this near side. Good to see Michael Bardell down there without his crutches, having had the knee brace problem. Can give you a full-time score of friendly. Benfleet under 23s nil, Roydon 4. So Roydon, who play their football at Division 5 of the Essex Olympian League, one of our adopted teams on 90 minutes in association with East Arts Radio. So good win for them. They were riding high at top of the table when it all came to nothing last season, so they will hope to continue that progress and get themselves up a division, as will Ware, of course, who had that game against Hamwell Town, and they were 6 points clear at the top of the table at the time, and it all came to a halt. AFC Dunstable were 15th, by the way. Good control by Fraser John on the halfway line, plays it back to George Casey. Casey's long ball forward, looking to search out the run of Lee Rose, but it's Sam Newbury-Barr who chests it back to his goalkeeper Dan Green. It's a little bit more zip about Ware for me so far than they showed this time last week. Obviously, we're looking to sort out a friendly on Tuesday night. Couldn't find opponents, and so had a training session. I got a feeling it was quite a hard training session the way they've come out here. So home side have had the majority of the possession. Dan Green's had a save to make, been a bit of panic in the box to deal with. Fraser John's offside there. And Dunstable will have themselves a free kick, and certainly see that it certainly is Hertford and Ware Sports on that ground beyond the Watson Park ground of Ware. Be worth keeping an eye on that. As I said on Monday night, AFC Dunstable giving the ball away as McCollin, but he's put it over the top midway inside the Dunstable half, doing what colloquially is known around these parts after last season as a Tom Bruno, but Tom, of course, more notably at the back of the net from the halfway line last season. McCollin shot over the top of the crossbar. So Newman Carney for AFC Dunstable, the skipper, chips it forward, but Casey gets a booting. Carney will get it back inside his own half, and inside the centre circle, poor bit of control by Nick Elliott, gives the ball away to William Stanquer in a central position. He's got Marcus Milner to his right. Milner, number 7, tricky feet, has to have tricky feet. He's pulled to the ground. It's going to be a free kick as William Stanquer puts it in. Well, the referee's assistant signalled for a free kick then, and then put his flag down, so I don't quite know what that was all about. But Tom Bruno will find George Casey. Casey down the line for Marcus Milner. Perhaps got a chance to have a little bit of a run here against Baker. Puts the ball low across the box, but it's good covering by Newman Carney to put it out for a throw-in on this near side of the field. Casey will come and take it. Although man who was here couple of seasons ago, and then went elsewhere in his football career, but very much back as a Ware player now. George Casey. Decent throw coming in as well to the edge of the 6-yard box. That's something that's added to the Ware armoury. Didn't have that last season, as Marcus Milner does well to control the ball away from Kieran Turner. Dan Rumans for Pat Adamson on that far side. Brings in Tom Bruno. Bruno back for Rumans inside his own half. I think if you have possession stats on this, it would be about 70-30 in Ware's favour. But Lewis Rose ruins that statistic by giving the ball away. Baker can't control it though. Ware have got a throw in front of the dugout. As Bruno finds Fraser John, who's had good close control, and he's back to goal so far. Bruno puts it forward, looking for Casey's run, and Baker puts the ball away, but in the end it took a last touch of George Casey and goes behind for a goal kick to AFC Dunstable. Steve Heath, their manager of the ODs. We've done well, come up from Spartan South Midlands League football. They were the champions in 2016, made their way up to step 4 and have stayed there for a few seasons now. Dan Green will take the goal kick from the goal away to the right hand side. Lines midway inside the Ware half. A towering header back from Lewis Rose. This is his brother Lee. Finds William Stankru, who's played quite a bar early on in this one. Turns it to Tom Bruno. Bruno thought about the shot for a second, but in the end he picks up George Casey down the right. Casey down the line for Marcus Milner. His cross though is blocked by Baker. Turner will get it away. Here's Elliott. Elliott robbed of the ball though, and Ware will get it back with Marcus Milner. Milner can't turn. Thought he should have a free kick. Fusu and Lewis Rose go down on the halfway line. Referee not interested, and Dan Rumans comes away with the ball. Rumans on this side. Good ball to Marcus Milner. Milner can't control it though, and it spins out of play and goes for a goal kick. So Ware have got Southend Manor to play in the FA Cup. FA Cup, of course, on Tuesday night. The preliminary round will be on the 12th of September, hence why there's a bit of a blank calendar date for most teams on that particular day. Bit of a plum tie for the 12th for us. We'll be at Hartingford Berry Park, as I think it still is now, with Hertford taking on Morden and Tiptree. That should be a bit of a cracker. Welling Garden City have got a home tie against they not know who at the moment, because the extra preliminary round games on Tuesday will sort that one out. And of our local clubs, Hoddesdon will be on this pitch Tuesday night, playing FC Clacton, Sporting Bengal against Sawbridgeworth. Then on Wednesday, St Margaret's-Bury play Baldock Town at Arlesey. So there, good luck to all of those teams as the ball goes out of the ground on this near side, and AFC Dunstable will have a throw-in, which Dylan Baker will take. Hussein turns but can't take the ball with him, and Lee Rose managed to get it away. William Stankwell, though, likewise is equally shoddy as AFC Dunstable get the ball back. Hussein's ball picks out Turner on this near side, puts it down the line, and the ball in the end bounces off of Lewis Rose. Another one goes out the ground, and AFC Dunstable have themselves their second corner of the afternoon. It's going to be Tyler Fry who is going to be the man that will take it on this near side of the field, where have kept two forward, McCollin and Fraser John. As the corner comes over, Callum Kitchen gets a punch to it, and Pat Adamson will stop it going out on the left-hand side of the box and clear downfield towards Fraser John. Carney gets his head there first and heads it to his left. The ball continues down this side to Fry. Fry's ball inside picks out Hussein. Hussein's ball is a Fusu running left-hand side of the box. Chance here for the visitors. Fusu turns it inside for Fry. Tom Bruno's tackle isn't a good one, but Lee Rose's is. And Ware managed to scramble the ball clear to the halfway line at the debt of a throw-in to the visitors, which Baker will take from inside his own half to Sam McClelland. McClelland finds Baker again. Baker looking for Afusu. It's over the top of Casey. Afusu brings it down on his chest. Casey does well and is brought down. And Ware have themselves a free kick right on the edge of the 18-yard area. Callum Kitchker, who missed the 3-team tournament last week. Young Ethan Gannon took up the goalkeeping duties. But a very important member of Ware's squad is the goalkeeper. Played at a good level in non-league football, of course. As the ball goes out on this near side, probably, although we may be biased in saying, I think the best keeper in Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. So throw in to be taken by George Casey on this near side of the field for Ware. No goals so far. Welcome along if you just joined us. 90 minutes live. As Casey's throw looks for Fraser John, and he finds the head of Newman Carney. And we have a fifth corner of the afternoon, all to be taken on this near side by Tom Bruno. Rumans and Lewis Rose strolling into the box. Fraser John comes short, but Tom Bruno waves him away. Bruno's corner again going for the far post. It bounces onto the head of Lee Rose and it's cleared by Baker from his own 6-yard box. Here's Dan Rumans, far side of the field for Ware. Rumans going on a little run down the touchline, goes down and, well, gets a free kick. Looked a little bit cheap. Fell over Sam Newbury-Barr, but referee gave a free kick, and Tom Bruno will go across and take the free kick. Dan Rumans has scored his only Ware goal, of course, in that game against Grays, and what a goal it was. It's hard to judge the goal of a season in a pre-season friendly, but if there was a vote, that one will be right up there by the end of it, I think. Absolute hammer blow into the top left-hand corner. And talking about November weather, the rain's arrived as well, driving towards Dan Green's goal at the moment. Not pleasant, but it's a bank holiday weekend, isn't it? So what do you expect? Tom Bruno there with Pat Adamson on that far side. It's going to be Bruno's right boot. It's going to curl it in, but Dan Green will collect it very easily inside his 6-yard box. Bowled out on this near side to Baker. Fraser John trying to chase him down, but Lee Rose brings down Fry just inside the Ware half. AFC Dunstable have themselves a free kick. Elliott spots the ball, and in the end he's going to leave it to Dylan Baker to take. In fact, Baker's going to leave it to his skipper. So it's going to be Newman Carney, and he takes it to Dylan Baker, chips it down the line to Afusu, but he can't control it, and the ball goes out fairly tamely for a throw-in to the home side. So George Casey will take the throw-in for Ware. And certainly this long throw is something that's definitely added to the armoury as ball rebounds to McCollin. He sends Pat Adamson going back into his own half. He'll find William Stankwell wide on the left-hand side. Stankwell puts the brakes on midway inside the AFC Dunstable half. Aims up Marcus Milner on this side. Baker didn't get the header, but Milner protesting that the Dunstable man did get a touch, but I didn't see it. So it's going to be a throw-in on this near side of the field to the visitors. Had just about 20 minutes of the match here at Watson Park. Territorial advantage to Ware, but neither keeper really called into too much action as McCollin finds William Stankrew, lets the ball get under his feet and then taken away by Tashan Griffith. Griffiths is robbed by Pat Adamson though. I feel Ware are just a little bit physically stronger than their opponents at the moment, as Casey will get the ball on the halfway line. Both Step 4 teams, of course. Interesting contrast between Southern League Division 1 South Central and Isthmian League. Welling Garden City, of course, had a game on Tuesday night when they lost 2-0 at home to Amwell Town. Nicky Ironton's team very much in the game until half-time when they made 7 changes in the second half. And Amwell, one of the favourites, along with Bracknell, should imagine. Westfield, Ware, usual suspects at the top of Isthmian League Division 1 South Central, as William Stankwell finds Lee Rose, can't control it, inside the box, and Ofusu's set on a run forward, but Callum Kishka's starting position was excellent, and the goalkeeper came out, volleyed it, and ball goes out for a throw-in on that far side of the field. Ware, of course, got plenty of choice at centre-back. Paul Halsey's gone with Dan Rumans and Lewis Rose this afternoon. You've got Gaz Madden and Dave Kendall both on the bench, who are both fit the bill for most teams in Division 1 South Central. McCollin, good bit of control, but gives Tom Bruno something to do. But Lewis Rose helps him out. Bruno's deep inside his own half. Fraser John has a little bit of an altercation with Carney, and AFC Dunstable have a free kick. As Jordan Watson comes towards us, good to see him back at the club. Wholehearted player. And tell you, Buntingford are trailing 3-1 to Oracle Components in the friendly being played up the road. Actually, Buntingford, one of those clubs. Congratulations to them and a few more, particularly Sawbridgeworth Town, whose social media presence in this close season has been excellent. So, well done to whoever's behind those, and same for Buntingford as well, keeping people in touch with what's going on. A few other clubs that shall remain nameless could take a bit of note from that. So it always helps if you want to get people through the gate. It is COVID-19, but they can come through the gate, but you've got to let them know what you're doing. As Dan Rumans puts the ball out to Pat Adamson on the far side. Adamson's long ball forward, though, is pretty aimless. And in the end, it's Carney who pushes the ball forward to Hussain. Hussain turns well away from the challenger Marcus Milner. Brings in Elliott, far side of the field to Newbury Bar. Newbury Bar's long ball forward, looking for Griffith, but once again Callum Kishka had shown a really good starting position, although he didn't manage to keep his feet in the end, but it didn't matter because the ball went harmlessly up for a goal kick. Lewis Rose ball forward, looking for the run of Fraser John. He can't control it, and it'll be out for a throw-in. Certainly looking at what Paul Halsey's got on the bench, he hasn't got too much. I think attacking players might just be the issue this season. On the bench you've got Danny Wickenden, Jordan Westcott, both midfield players, Gareth Madden and Dave Kendall, and Finley Titchmarsh, all defenders. So Reece Crowter and Jordan Watson, the only two options really for attacking changes. As Dan Rumans lets the ball slip under his foot, but he's quick enough to recover away from Ofusu and put it back to Callum Kitchka. Callum's ball on this side gives Lewis Rose a bit of a workout, and Lewis can't keep up with it. They'll go out for a throw-in. It's a little bit untidy play as Paul Halsey out on the edge of his technical area, waving arms and shouting. Not that he does that often, of course, as Fry can't control the ball on this near side, and throw in it will be to Ware, to be taken by George Casey. There's number 2 wearing their familiar blue and white striped shirts this afternoon. AFC Dunstable all in red. As the ball lands off the back of Fry's head, Baker can't keep it in though, and Ware will have themselves another throw in. Substitutes start warming up down on the side for Ware. Casey's throw down the line. Lee Rose can't get it. Hussain heads it out of play, does he? Well, no, it didn't. And Lewis Rose has to field it back to Callum Kishka, who finds Dan Rumans. Rumans will find Lewis Rose, right hand side of the penalty area. Rose for Casey. Need a midfield player to come short. In the end, it's Andre McCollin who does well and sends Tom Bruno down the right hand side. Fraser John's intended ball for Lee Rose was a good idea, but in the end linesman's flag goes up for offside. Lee had broken down this right hand side, but in the end it's his brother Lewis, by the way, wearing the captain's armband this afternoon. Lee has captained the side in pre-season. Long ball forward looking for Pat Adamson. Adamson will bring it and return it back the opposite direction. Looking for Fraser John, goes up well, controls it on his chest. Gets outnumbered by red shirts though, and a scrappy bit of play. And Lewis Rose setting it straight to Hussein inside the centre circle. Hussein's ball on that far side for Griffiths. Hussein got pulled down by Tom Bruno there, but the referee lets the game go on. And in the end, the ball bounces off for Griffiths and goes out for a throw-in to Ware. Hussein has stayed down. Hussein Sheikh inside the centre circle. But he's back up and okay. Referee just having a little bit of a word with Tom Bruno. Friendly game and all that. But perhaps that challenge was a little bit robust, should I say. As Pat Adamson will take the throw in the driving rain here at Watson Park. Not the nicest of August afternoons. Yes, it is August. As Adamson's throw looks for Lee Rose, the ball will break for Tom Bruno. Bruno looks for Marcus Milner, who's rather caught on his heels, which allowed Baker to get back in contact. Here's Elliott, tries to find Griffiths on the far side. Dan Rumans had read that. And Rumans in the end tries to dribble it round his man and does well with a wholehearted challenge. Ofusu felt that. Dan got the ball, no doubt about it. But came out like an express train. AFC Dunstable coming forward here though, but the ball out by Kieran Turner goes for a throw in once again for Ware, and more work to be done by George Casey. Not too much pattern really. Got two teams cancelling each other out at the moment. Watson Park as Lee Rose heads it forward, looking for Fraser John. Certainly shown plenty of application as the number 9. As ball bounces at the feet of George Casey, and in the end he lets the ball go in. It's actually an AFC Dunstable throw, which Tyler Fry will take on this. Well, he won't actually. He'll leave it to Dylan Baker to take on this near side of the field. He gets it back from Elliott. Baker's chip ball forward onto the head of Casey. Lee Rose goes up with Baker's beaten to it. Turner will try the shot, and Callum Kishka doing one of those safety dives away to his left-hand side. He's never going anywhere near the target. Casey's long ball forward. Fraser John runs into Carney. The ball goes over his head. Paul Halsey might look at not that my coaching ability is anything, but Andre McCollin, the game seems to be passing him by at the moment in that deep role. And he can be such a dangerous player. But here's Kieran Turner for AFC Dunstable. Newbury Bar, ball forward, looked for Turner but couldn't find him. And symptomatic of both sides at the moment in terms of possession. There's Tom Bruno. William Stanquist's got plenty of space on that far side. Turns inside Newbury Bar. Also inside Sheet. Forward by McCollin. And in the end, Baker has to head it out with Marcus Milner over his right shoulder. So Ware win their sixth corner of the afternoon so far at Watson Park. Tom Bruno will come to take the corner on this near side of the field. Fraser John, Lewis Rose, Lee Rose, Dan Rumans, plenty of aerial presence in the Ware lineup these days. And Bruno will, they're all queued up again at the back stick. And that's where this one's going to go. But Lee Rose manages to rescue it on the edge of the area. Wasn't the best of corners. And AFC Dunstable can come back here with that sound sheet. But Tom Bruno very quick to close his man down. Barker's ball down the line. Finds Ofusu. George Casey's there with him. Ofusu's wrestled his way past Casey. He's got his way past Lee Rose. But on the edge of the box, Pat Adamson covers. But referee had spotted a free kick before. And so AFC Dunstable have themselves a free kick be taken left-hand side of the field, about 25 yards out. And that's going to be Newman Carney, the number 5, who will take the free kick. Ware have kept Fraser John forward and Andre McCollin just outside the penalty area, marking Hussein Sheikh. Carney's free kick goes in. It's a decent one, but Lee Rose is the first head to meet it. But on the far side, Griffiths tries a shot, bounces off of Dan Rumans, and Adamson should clear and does, but at the expense of a throw-in on that far side of the field. So throw-in going to be taken by Sam Newbury-Bar, the right fullback Hassan Sheikh has once again been brought down by Tom Bruno. Not for the first time this afternoon, as Carney on this near side brings in Baker. Baker's cross off the hand of Marcus Milner. Not Milner knew much about it, and Ware managed to get it clear quite easily, but McCollin is brought down this time by Hassan Sheikh, and the scrappy nature of the first half continuing. Hassan Sheikh, one was Ware have given the free kick away very tamely, and Elliott tries the shot, and Kishka has to push it behind for a corner. Fairly comfortable save, got to be said for the goalkeeper, but quite what they were doing with that free kick, who knows. So, corner to be taken on this near side. Elliott coming short. That's where it's going to go. Fry's going to get it across the box to the far post, but it's over everybody and goes out for a goal kick. 31 minutes gone at Watson Park. If you just joined us, welcome along to 90 Minutes Live with me, Peter Hill, in association with East Hearts Radio and Universal Signs, following local football in the East Hearts area, as you'll find us every Saturday afternoon. This time next week, really interesting game, pre-season friendly, but always interesting to see two local sides meet. Hertford against Welwyn Garden City. We'll be here with commentary of that one. It'll be one of two visits, because the following week we'll be back at Hertford for the FA Cup game, as Griffith comes forward for AFC Dunstable. Dan Rumans, as the defender, bided his time and just managed to get a boot in and put it out for a throw-in on that far side, which Sam Newbury-Barr will take. Gets the ball back from Turner. Newbury-Barr finds Turner again. Turner putting the ball across the box. Lewis Rose, though, sorts that out. William Stanker, long ball forward, but Fraser John's there on his own, as he has been for large parts of the first half. That's where I'd like to see McCollin further forward, because he's had no support at all. You feel a little sorry for Fraser John playing up there. And I think Paul Halsey is, well, don't know he's got a bug with my commentary in his ear. He's pushing Andre McCollin a bit further forward. So see what happens with that one. As it's the other end that is the focus of attention at the moment, as Dan Ruman stumps the ball out for a throw-in to be taken by AFC Dunstable and Sam Newbury-Barr, wearing the number 2. Hussein Sheikh, the number 11, offers himself. Sheikh, long, a high cross. Kitchker's got to get there because Fry was behind him. Only gets one hand to it. Here's Fry, chips it over the goalkeeper, headed off the line by Dan Rumans. Well, that's the closest we've come, as Dan Rumans came to his keeper's aid there. It's taken 34 minutes. It was Rumans' header off the line from Tyler Fry. Goalkeeper did come from the cross, didn't get two hands from it, or two hands to it rather. And Fry tried the cheeky chip, but Dan Rumans was equal to it. Another corner for the visitors though, and this time Kitchker does get a punch to the ball, and he was being fouled in doing so. So Ware will have themselves a free kick. So pretty evenly contested. He's got to be said, Ware have had the majority of the corners, 6-4. Had the majority of the football, but as you just heard, it's AFC Dunstable who've come closest to scoring. So Callum Kitchker will restart from inside the 6-yard box. Up goes Lee Rose. Baker is the head that heads it forward for AFC Dunstable. George Casey for Tom Bruno, midway inside his own half. Back for Casey. Casey turns the ball all the way back to Callum Kitchker. Kitchker chips it out on that far side to Pat Adamson. Looks for Andre McCollin. Collins there with Hassan Sheikh. McCollin, though, looks to find William Stanker on that far side. Milner can't get there because Hassan Sheikh is quicker, but referee's given a handball. So Sheikh's a little bit exasperated, I think is the word, by that decision. Very difficult to see from here, but the referee was a lot closer than I am, so you would hope. But he did get it right. He's signalling his arms, and what else could I do? So he did certainly bring the ball under control if it did hit his arm. Another short free kick as William Stank were rushing for the ball and surrounded by red shirts. Tom Bruno's got it back this time, chips it out this side for Lewis Rose. Lewis Rose puts the ball across the box, off the head of Fry, and away for corner number 7. Taking on this near side of the field. Pat Adamson's going to come across this side and take it with the left boot. So here's a little bit of a change of tactic. Tom Bruno's taking the first 6 with the right. Adamson's going to take this with the left. So we're in for a different corner routine here. Adamson puts a corner in at the near post and flicked on by Dan Romans, but straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Well, it's the best one they've taken. But got some defending to be done here as AFC Dunstable coming forward with a bit of purpose. Long ball looking for Fry, but he couldn't control it. If he had, Callum Kitchker would have had work to do. But decent break by the visitors. Throw into Ware, the result on this near side. So Dan Ruman's been involved in both ends. He's headed Fry's effort off the line, and he's had Ware's best chance. She just served from the corner. This throw to be taken by Casey brings in the aforesaid Dan Romans. High ball forward. Where it's going today, you'd think it might come down with snow on it, but challenged by Tom Bruno, ricochets the ball back to the goalkeeper Dan Green. Green feeds it out to Sam McClelland. McClelland forwards to Turner. On the halfway line, looks for Elliott, who's got a little bit of space. Fry has been the danger man so far. This side turns inside. Casey fires a shot in, but straight into the arms of Callum Kitchker. Kitchker in a lime green goalkeeping kit that he favours. He's aiming for his colleagues to go upfield. Long kick forward, nobody on the end of it. AFC Dunstable return it, although Dan Romans does return it back with a bit of interest. Fraser John was coming back from an offside position. And Dunstable get the ball. So the visitors have probably had the better of the last 10 minutes or so. As the ball breaks once again for George Casey. Finds Dan Romans. Romans is hurried by Afusu, but finds William Stankwell on the halfway line. Williams has to delay and brings in Tom Bruno. Milner's got a bit of space down this right-hand side. Still Tom Bruno. Bruno's long ball forward. Lee Rose can't get there, and Griffiths is the only man that can and will clear it fairly comfortably. In fact, he goes backwards, and then Newbury Bar takes on the clearing duties. Onto the head of Dan Rumans, only as far as Griffiths. Griffiths inside for Turner. Turner back to Newbury Bar. Newbury Bar for Elliott. Newbury Bar gets it back. Confident possession play by the visitors. Here's Afusu midway inside the Ware half. Newbury Bar on the halfway line. Spreads the play from right to left. Brings in Carney, the skipper. Forward to Hussein Sheikh. Hussein Sheikh's ball looking to go over Casey. Fry hadn't made the run, but Casey didn't know that. Made the header, and Marcus Milner's given it away on this near side. Dunstable have got it back. Here's Elliott. Elliott threads the ball through on the edge of the area to Turner. Turner looks to turn inside for Griffiths, but good defending by Pat Adamson, who'd read that, and Ware will come away through Tom Bruno, who finds Marcus Milner, who's been a bit quiet for the last 15 minutes or so. Milner looking for McCollin. McCollin is pulled back by Turner, or is it Elliott rather? And referee will give Ware a free kick, 30 yards out, inside right position. Tom Bruno, you would guess, will be over this one, although Andre McCollin looks a bit interested as well. Could be one or the other. Again, this will be a right-left combination. Could be Bruno with the right, McCollin with the left. But, having a little bit of a chat. Andre McCollin scored a couple of goals against Olsey in the first pre-season friendly, of course. And it is going to be Andre McCollin who's going to take it. McCollin chips it towards Lewis Rose, who can't contact it, and it goes behind for a goal kick. So another half chance goes begging as far as we're concerned. 5 minutes to go for the break here at Watson Park. Wind gets up a little bit. I wish I bought the gloves, Amazing. It's August as Dan Green wants to take the goal kick from the goal away to our right hand side. Advance warning that the second half commentary might be a little bit difficult as far as AFC Dunstable are concerned, because we'll be relying on their bench to provide us with their substitutes. So see how we go with that one as ball bounces at the feet of Fry, puts it inside for Elliott. Griffiths had made the run down that left hand side. Adamson was aware though, and Adamson will get there first. And Pat Adamson, well, in fact the referee has blown the whistle for half time a little bit early, I thought, but maybe that's me. And so half time at Watson Park, well, biggest chance of the game went to AFC Dunstable when Dan Rumans headed Tyler Fry's chip off the goal line after Callum Kitchker had failed to gather across, and at the other end it was Dan Ruman's volley straight into goalkeeper Dan Green's chest from Pat Adamson's corner, which came closest to breaking the deadlock. Plenty of corners, no goals at a half time here at Watson Park. Yourself a cuppa, have yourself a rest for 15 minutes, and I'll be back here on 90 Minutes Live in about a quarter of an hour for full coverage of the second half. But I'll leave you with the half time score at Watson Park, Ware 0, AFC Dunstable 0.